everybody. I just wanted to show you really quick how I want you to set up your collages, right? So all of you should have that 9 by 12 inch Bristol board pad. And so I've just taken a sheet of that out. So in lieu of just, finding other collage materials or use your sketchbook, this is a great way to kind of like recycle some of your Bristol board because I find it very unlikely that we're going to go through all of it. And so you only have 4 collage assignments, so you can take a sheet of Bristol board, quarter it, and then you're good to go, right? So I have mine here. I have a couple other tools. I've got a ruler. I hoard rulers, right? I have a lot of plastic rulers, but you can use kind of whatever measuring technique you have. I have an X-Acto blade, scissors, and a pencil and eraser, right? So to quarter this, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to divide the paper. So I'm going to measure 6 inches on the long side. Now, I like to kind of measure twice, cut once, so make sure you are in 6 inches. And I find that, these papers are not 100% like 12 inches on the dot, so it's going to help to, guesstimate, right? So this is about 6 inches. Just going to kind of draw that little line there. Nothing too crazy, because, you don't necessarily want this to show up. So it helps to work with a light pencil, so think HB or any of the 2H pencils. And so with the 9-inch side, I'm going to cut it in half at 4.5 inches. Make 2 little marks there and just make sure I double check my work, right? That seems redundant, but trust me, I've cut a lot of paper the wrong size and had to start over. So I'm going to make that line, and now you see I have 4 kind of equal sizes of the 9 by 12. So it should come out to about 4.5 to 6 inches. So there's 2 options, right? You can use your X-Acto blade and cut using a straight edge to kind of guide you. I'm going to do that step just to kind of show you both ways. You could also just cut with scissors, whichever one you're comfortable with. It is going to help to cut with the X-Acto blade because you guys are going to probably end up cutting with the X-Acto blade a little later on. So, of course, I have a board here that I do not care about. Don't do this on any surface, like a nice table, floors, countertops, anything like that, because it's a blade. It's going to cut into it. You're going to leave a mark, right? So definitely have something to kind of use as like a scrap piece. Cardboard works great for this. This is the board I use in my studio to cast resin, right? So it's got a lot of resin residue. So I'm just going to kind of line up my ruler. Now, if your blade is sharp, and most of yours should be if they're new, you should just be able to kind of do it once and it pops off, right? When my blade's really dull, I use this for other things. I use it to sharpen my pencils. So if you have a blade that you use to sharpen pencils with, it might take a couple passes. But yeah, ta-da! This way you get this nice kind of straight edge, but you're also welcome to cut with scissors. It depends on how meticulous you are. I'm not going to be there to measure your, making sure each thing is exactly 4.5 by 6 inches. So, you can use your best judgment. And if you, cut a little crooked, it's not the end of the world, right? So this is my recommendation for the collages, right? I think this size is really nice because it lets you experiment with the concepts and the materials I want you to experiment with without feeling overwhelmed that it has to be this kind of large finished thing. However, I'm always, excited, and I encourage you guys to experiment with larger things. So if you want to work on a different surface, especially for the first texture collage, which will be with found materials, go for it, right? Something like cardboard or cardstock would be a little, more durable for some heavy things, right? But now I have my nice kind of collage materials. So, it's a quick and easy tutorial. I just wanted to kind of show you how to set that up. So something else, I do want you guys to feel like you can go to the bleed edge. So this is the one you guys are going to see in the texture demo that I'm going to post a time lapse about. But I have this sheet of newsprint. You can use sketchbook paper. I've kind of doubled some tape and kind of stuck it on just so it's secure, because with the kind of collage and glue method, if you tape around the edges, you might over tape, and when you're going to pull the tape off, it's going to peel up some of your pieces, right? So, this way you can work right to the edge and not have to worry about it, peeling that tape off. But you're also welcome, if you're one of those people that wants to tape down 2 corners onto a board, here's my resin board. I can kind of, tape off the ears here right, and secure it down. And that way, you know, my paper, I'm not going to have to worry about it shifting on me when I go to collage, right? So it's whatever helps for you. I do recommend, no matter what you're collaging, what materials you're using, what kind of glue, have something the collage can sit on that can get ruined, right? So extra magazines, newsprint, you know, any kind of scrap material, cardboard from any kind of beverage like soda or, you know, the seltzer water, something like that works great. It's recyclable. You just throw it down. You have no attachment to it. In the video, you guys are going to see me use Mod Podge because I really don't know where my tacky glue is, and a brush, but any kind of liquid glue is going to work really well for this. I had you guys get tacky glue if you did get the kit because that holds it's a little bit more durable. But yeah, good luck, and that is how I want you all to kind of set up your collages.